Hi, my name is Jeanette Walker, and I'm a kindergarten teacher. And I just wanted to share this video with you about the reading bags that the children take home in the evenings and offer you some support and your child some support in how to read those with them and help them if they're stuck with some of the words. The first thing I wanted to share with you, though, before we start, is this reading level chart. So each child is assigned a reading level based on where they are with their reading skills. So the books that they bring home should be on their reading level, which means that they're just right for them. And this chart shows you that in kindergarten, the children progress from reading level A, and they're supposed to be close to a C by the end of kindergarten, because when they start first grade, as you can see, first grade goes through a lot of levels by the end of first grade. So our goal by the end of kindergarten is to at least be a C. Now, if they're higher than that, then that's excellent, wonderful. They'll be really ready for first grade. But if they're struggling, it's going to be really hard for them to progress as far as they need to in first grade and be as successful as they can be. So you just want to read as much as you can with them at home and support them and encourage them that they are readers, and because they're doing such a fabulous job and they really try really hard. But I just want to make you aware of that so you know where your child is. And the books usually have a letter on them if you're not sure what level they're at. Usually your child can tell you too what level they're on, and we reassess them every so often so that we can make sure that they're still on the right level. And I'm going to send a copy of this home so you know where they are and where they need to be. And if you have any questions about that, just let me know. And I just wanted to show you a couple examples of what the different levels look like. So this is an A book, and in an A book, the pages usually repeat themselves. There's a pattern to the story. Usually one word or two changes on each page. Okay, so it's just really a repetitive story. It just gets them ready to be reading, so they don't change much. And then a B book isn't too much more than that. There's still a lot of repetitive words on the story. Sorry, I'm backwards on the camera. And then there may be a little bit that changes, but then it's still got a repetitiveness to it. So like that one went between, it pretty much was I see, and then at the end, the last page changed. Okay, and then a C book's going to get a little bit harder. This is a C book. It's on the back of this book. The level is over here. So it tells you right there. A lot of them have them on the front. Some of them are on the back. Okay, and the C book just has a little bit more to it. Okay, a little bit more words. The pages usually change throughout the story, but there's usually still a pattern. As you can see, the pages have a pattern each time you turn. Okay, just more words. All right, and then this is a D book. Okay, the D book's just going to have even more words in it. Okay, but there's probably still going to be somewhat of a pattern. Okay, there's going to be harder words in the D book, of course, because they're ready for that. Okay, just so you can see the progression from one level to the other. Okay, and then on up from there, it just gets a little bit more where they're ready for that, though, by the time they get there. So when your child brings their reading book home, you just want to start by having them do a picture walk through the story. And I'm going to just use this A book to show you what I mean. A picture walk is just pretty much what it means. You're just going to look at the pictures to begin with. You're not going to read any words. You're just going to enjoy the illustrations with them. So you're just going to say, let's do a picture walk. Okay, wow, look at that green leaf on that tree. Look at that very pretty green bird. And they might have them tell you what they see. What do you see on this page? Yes, that's a green frog. What do you see on this page? And I would say a green spider. What do you see on this page? Yes, there's a green lizard. Okay, and then at the end, there's a green snake. Okay, and then you're ready to read with them. So when you start reading, I'm going to move this camera down so you can see the book. Okay, so when you start reading with them, you want them to use their finger to help them read. Now, sometimes the title is tricky because there's really not a lot of clues to help them. So you might say the title with them. That's fine. Green in the trees. But then when they get to the title page, have them read that by themselves, using their finger to track the words. Green in the trees. Okay, so they're going to start on this page. Remind them to use their finger because using their finger helps them to know what word they're reading and not add extra words. So you'll know if they're really reading the words or if they're making up the story. Okay, so and let's say they get stuck right here already. Encourage them to look at the picture. What is this? What sound? Ask them, what sound do you hear at the beginning of that word? Oh, leaf is green. Okay, so that would trigger them to help them with that word. Okay, and then let's say they get stuck here again. Tell them, what do you hear at the beginning? Use the picture. What do you see in the picture? Oh, it's a bird. The bird is green. Okay, the frog is green. So just keep encouraging them to use that finger. If they get stuck, have them start with the first sound. Okay, use the picture to help them. Okay, so let's say we're through that A book, and now we're going to let's go to a C book, okay? So same thing. They should probably be able to read the title by now. We help. Okay, and then have them read it again. We help. Now, they might get, we use not sure what that word is, but you don't want to tell them because you want them to develop the skills they need to read that on their own. So remember, encourage them to use the first letter again. Look at the picture. If that doesn't work, have them try to, maybe they don't know. You could have them skip the word. We use to help. What do you use to help? Oh, a hose. Okay, so there's lots of different ways you can help them with their reading. Now, if they get stuck and they just can't get it, then of course you can help them figure out that word. They can stretch out the word, but that's not something you want to do all the time. You want to try to use some of those other, like the picture clues, the first sound clues. See if you know part of the word. Okay, see if it makes sense. Okay, so when you get done with this story, just ask your child a couple questions about the story, like, tell me about that story. What happened in that story? What was your favorite part of that story? What would you do if you were in that story? Just questions like that, so they see that reading's important and that there's a purpose for reading. And I think that is about it. I thank you for all that you do with your children and all the time that you put in to help them become what they are meant to be. And if you have any questions for me, just get a hold of me and I will get right back with you. Thank you.